Hey, how's it going, mates? Satanik here, and today I'm going to show you how to play the solo from the song Kaise from the movie Kabir Singh. Alright, I improvised that solo a little bit because it sounds a little flat to me. I did add some of the bendings, and I didn't change it a lot, but did improvise a little bit. The solo is in B minor scale, mainly used B minor pentatonic. So if you do not know the scale, it's better that you get to know the scale because I will demonstrate this using the notes, not by the fret number and tab because I don't support that much. That kind of notation I don't support that much. Anyway, uh, if you are learning guitar, then you should know the scales because otherwise it will be pretty much hard for anyone to improvise or compose anything. So I'll play the solo first and then I'll demonstrate it. Let's get to the solo. All right, the first line is okay, it's pretty straightforward. This is E note, right? So it's the ninth fret of the third string. So this is E, E, D, E, D, then pick E again, then pick G. Pick A. This is a 10th fret of the 12th fret, a 10th fret of the second string. So E, D, E, A. Then play E twice. E, 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 D, E. So E, D, E, A, E, 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 D, E. Then this is this is A note, right? A, B, D, E. This is A note, right? A, B, D, E. Then hold the bend at E twice. Then release the bend, play E and D again. Then D2 slide. So A, B, D, E, 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 D, D slide E. So the whole thing slowly. Alright, the next line. Okay, it is a little run, not pretty hard. In fact, pretty easy. So it goes like A, B, D, E, slide to F sharp, then pick A. A, B, D, E, F sharp, A. Then A to B slide, then back to A again, A to B slide, then back to A again, then B to A pull off, pick, F sharp, back to A again. So put it all together. Again, if you are having difficulties understanding these A, F sharp, B, then again, I advise you to, get hold of the scales and also get to know which fret plays which note. This is very, 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 very much necessary. Without this, maybe there are so many people who say that you don't need to remember scales. They just do it to get more views on their YouTube channel and Insta channel. Let me tell you, Mike, without knowing the scale, it is impossible. Scale is a roadmap. Trust me. You can ask any guitarist who are improvising, who are composing. Just ask them. They will tell you the truth. Without scales, it is impossible. And if you can get hold of one scale, the rest will be easy because they have connections. I mean, they have connection with each other. So if you're having difficulty understanding A, B, F sharp, E, D, it is better that you get to know the fretboard, and the only way to get to know the fretboard is by getting hold of the scales. You cannot memorize this. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, you cannot memorize this. It's impossible. You can't. If you're starting for the first time, it's impossible to memorize this in this way. So the best option is know the scales first. All right? So one more time, it goes like. Sorry. So it's A, B, D, E, F sharp, A, B, B to A, then B, A, F sharp, A, again. Alright, the last line goes like this. Alright, the last line goes like this. Again, it's pretty straightforward. It's an E to F sharp slide. Okay, in this case, in this kind of slide, we don't count the first note. There's only one note, that is F sharp, note E. You know, if we count E F sharp, it will be like this. Two notes, E F sharp. But here, it's one note. Instead of playing only F sharp, we are sliding it from E. Except doing this. These are the same thing, just playing it differently. You know, sliding it from E, then to F sharp and then playing A is exactly the same like playing F sharp and A. We slide because it sounds little better, that's why. So E to F sharp slide and then pick A. So again, we're gonna count only F sharp. So F sharp, then play B, then D twice. E F sharp slide, then pick F sharp and A again. So E F sharp A, B, D, D. Slowly. E F sharp A, B, D, D. Then again play B, D. Then again you're gonna play D, E. This is D, this is E. Then whole step bend at E. And then pick A by your pinky finger. Bend twice at E. Then play E and D. Again. D, E, E, A, E, 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 D. So, putting the whole thing together. Okay, one more time. Again, it's a pretty easy solo, pretty much easy solo. And like I said earlier, that I improvise it a lot. Okay, you will find similarity, but there are some bending I added because I found that solo pretty much flat. All right, that's why I added a few bending here because it sounds better.